Welcome to Birds Play Sports, where we weekly cover Ravens and Orioles news. We're your hosts, TJ and Jared. And in this video, we're going to be going over the Ravens' recent new addition, Deonte Harty. He's a wide receiver. He's pretty known for, being more a kick returner. He's pretty solid with the Saints, and he recently just did a stint with the Bills. And I think this is a good depth piece, to bring in. Obviously we lost Devin Duvernay to the Jags, and he was our main kick returner guy. I'm not really sure what's going on with Tylan Wallace. I heard he did like some little weird retweet where it's like, got to be more careful or something like that. Something very cryptic like that. But Deontay Hardy, this guy seems like he's going to be our main kick returner. So I believe we signed him to a 1 year, $1.2 million deal, which is, pretty good. It's a it's it's a low risk, high reward type deal. He's from Baltimore as well, so I know he's happy to be back home, and he's 26 years old. He's got a good amount of speed, so I kind of like this signing. He was also an all-pro returner, in 2019. So, you know how the Ravens like to scavenge, you know, um, guys who had their all pro seasons 4 or 5 years ago. So, we'll see what he can do here. I think he can be pretty good. Um, he's averaged 10 yards per punt return and 25.2 yards per kick return over his 5 year career. So that's pretty solid. And he also had the NFL's longest punt return last year, and again, he just brings in a lot of experience just doing kickoffs in general. So I think it's a pretty solid signing. I wonder if we're going to use him in the passing game as well. As of now, our wide receiving core is looking like Zay Flowers, Aguilar, and Deontay Hardy. There's been some speculation that we're going
Bateman?
to, oh, Bateman, Bateman. That was my apologies. Bateman as well. There's also been speculation that we're gonna maybe switch Malik Cunningham to wide receiver. I've seen. So honestly, that just seems like some janky Harbaugh BS that's going on right there. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
we'll do it and not use them.
yeah, but just like how we did with Duvernay. I'm sorry, guys. That was just fun. I'm pretty sure you guys remember when we drafted Duvernay in the 2020 draft, and Harbaugh basically threw his desk at his wall and destroyed his whole office because of how excited he was, and we just basically never used him that much. But you know, back to Deontay Hardy. I think it's a great signing. So, what do you think about
Why are you gonna ask me in the middle while I'm laughing? But yeah, losing, Duvernay wasn't. I don't think it was that as serious as maybe others might, think. Just because I don't know. After he got hurt in 2022, his punt returns and kick returns seemed to just be almost kind of lazy,
it?
And then he kept getting hurt, so it was just a nice depth piece, like you said. Him and Wallace can fight over that job. Maybe one's gonna be a punt returner, maybe one's gonna be a kick returner, whatever it's gonna be. And with the new rules, you know, it's important to have a good piece back there. Because they're really encouraging running like returning the ball here. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what that's gonna be like. Because there's way more penalties now for kicking the ball over the end zone now, or kicking it out of bounds or whatever. Like it's not just touchback or whatever. There's a lot more penalty. I mean, we can break it down in another video, but you know, uh, it's gonna be important to have a guy back there that's gonna hopefully be reliable. Because we can't have guys back there that are gonna fumble. We can't have guys back there that are gonna run into their blockers or not see the vision when it comes to kick returning. So hopefully he can bring hopefully maybe a few more kick returns than we're used to. Like Jacoby Jones level. Maybe he'll be that. We kind of brought in Jacoby Jones to be your kick returner. Maybe that's part of our Super Bowl run. I mean, hey, look, I mean,
Yeah.
he's a part of a team who lost in the division round the year prior, and not to us, but I mean, never know.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah.
to speculate too much about that.
Yeah. And kind of just to piggyback off of how you mentioned about Jacoby Jones, John Harbaugh is a special teams coach. And it's kind of been disappointing to see the Ravens special teams kind of lack, since we had, Jacoby Jones. And maybe, Duvernay a little bit, in a 2020 season, so hopefully this, Deontay Hardy can bring a spark, to the special teams, especially kick returning, because that has kind of hurt us, a little bit over the years. Obviously we had that kick return by Sims in the divisional game, and I think Tyler Irwin, he had a kick return against us in that Bengals game, so hopefully we can have our own spark there as well.
Hey, but we
But
got
I
the
just
coolest
want,
one of all of them, to be honest.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I just want to say it's kind of funny because Deontay Hardy went to Assumption University. Believe it or not, Assumption University. So the college he went to just has a funny name, but um yeah. Besides that, I think he'll bring a great spark, to the special teams that we have.
You gonna assume that?
That was a good one. That was a good one. And also it says here on the on this website I have it pulled up. He's also great with gadget style plays that we like to use, but Duvernay, so those jet sweeps, maybe we can develop some nice screen plays for him, even though that's really not our thing, but maybe he can change that. But we are going to be using him offensively. Duvernay couldn't really get separation, so I'm going to be really interested to see if Hardy can get that separation. I believe Duvernay is a little bit taller than him, has a little bit of a bigger frame than Hardy. So, that's definitely going to be, desired in his game, and maybe he can bring it, but it'll be interesting to see, his separation when it comes to his route running, you know. But he definitely has the speed in order to, be a big downfield target sometimes. So I would just say looking at the Ravens receiving core right now, it's looking a little weak. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously we're hoping on, I forgot about him earlier, but we're hoping on Bateman, to have a great season this year.
Tells you everything you need to know.
Oh yeah, and we're also hoping on Zay, to come back, and have a, not have a not have a sophomore slump, like how we've seen some rookie receivers have, but continue where he left off last season. And Aguilar just be that solid guy, that he was last year. So hopefully, maybe we can get some diamonds in the rough in the draft, because like we said before on the channel, it won't be like an aesthetically pleasing. It won't be an aesthetically pleasing draft, but it will be a draft that, covers a lot of, niche areas on the team. So, is there anything else that you want to add about Deontay Hardy, or just in general?
Yeah, I think I looked on his stats. I think his best, years as a receiver was 36 receptions, 560 yards or something like that, and pretty much what we got from Bateman and Aguilar and OBJ probably last year. So, he's obviously not going to be like wide receiver three. I'd even put him below Tyler Wallace. He probably won't be out there that much. But I mean, you never know. Like he may shine in training camp, and they may want to throw him out there. But I don't know how much the Bills used him offensively. I think he only had like 90 receiving yards this year. Can you check that for me? Um, and I think he only had like 5 receptions for like 90 yards or something like that. But so I don't think we're gonna get a lot offensively, but definitely for special teams, it's gonna be more important. And hopefully he's a good kick returner for us. Honestly, we haven't had really an elite one since Jacoby Jones. Duvernay had spurts, but was never really consistent with it. Well, I mean, he was pretty good. I don't know. He was pretty good. I don't know. But I think in 2021 he went to the Pro Bowl for it. Right? Or 2021, 2022? Forgot what year.
2021. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he was all pro. So he was
Yeah.
an AP. So yeah, he
Yeah.
he did pretty good there, yeah.
Oh yeah, and to answer your question about Deontay Hardy's last season with the Bills, he had 15 receptions for 150 yards
Mm.
and one touchdown. So yeah, he's not, a wide receiver one or two or three
Or
maybe.
three, maybe not even
Yeah.
four,
Yeah, he's more like a
maybe
wide
not even
receiver
five.
five. More like a wide receiver five or
Yes.
a kick returner.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's a perfect fit for the Ravens. John Harbaugh's not looking for a receiver that wants to have all these stats and, you know, kind of highly decorated. He wants it seems like he loves the prospect of having a committee type role for each of the positions. Obviously besides quarterback, but you
If
know,
he could, he probably would.
and that's I was thinking that too. It seemed like in at the beginning of 2018 it was going to be that way, honestly. But you know, this is a perfect guy for Harbaugh's offense. It seems like so. That's really all I have left to say about Deontay Harty. Just a very low key signing. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the last receiver that we add to the team, honestly. How Harbaugh is and the Ravens. So we have other needs as well. So that's really all I have left to say. I'm hoping that he can produce and really add a spark to the kick return game and maybe get out there in the offense and do some things. Is there any last things you want to add in?
Yeah, it's actually this isn't actually about Deontay, but you know, we're gonna start looking over some mock drafts. Like, we're not qualified really to do mock draft, probably without getting laughed at, so we don't really have that draft knowledge, or draft tape or whatever. So we're gonna look, through some people's mock drafts, go over them, really scout the players that people are looking for. And yeah, we're gonna probably make a video soon about that since the draft is coming up. I think it's 2 weeks away. So so we're gonna make sure we get that out, before hopefully the draft comes, hopefully the draft, we don't want to put it out afterwards. It's gonna be pointless, so you know, uh should be a good one. We'll probably do ones for offense and then maybe defense, or we might do ones for different rounds. That's actually probably we'll probably do that. We probably should do that for different rounds, like, who's a round one receiver. All these mock drafts we got him, maybe they take one wide receiver from, Texas, or Tyler Guyton. I think he went to Oklahoma, that one tackle from Washington, and then I think there's one from UCLA as well. So that's all I had to say about that, But we'll
Yeah,
cut that
yeah.
out soon.
Yep, and that would definitely be a fun video to make. Hopefully, we'll mock to get guys like Marvin Harris. I'm just playing. That would never happen.
Yeah,
But
he'd have to like be a criminal, or something like that to be able to get down to where we're gonna get
yeah,
to. And
he would
Harbaugh won't take him.
had to put a Laramie Tunsil in order to
I
fall for
think
the
even
game.
if that happened, like the Bears would take him in 9 or something.
They'd be like, you know what?
You fit
We're
right in
Chicago.
Chicago.
It's okay.
Right.
No, no, no. But anyways, that would definitely be a fun video for us to make. So definitely stay tuned for that. But you know, I think that's all we have for this video. Just like I said, a very low key signing for the Ravens. A low risk, high reward type of resigning, not resigning, but addition. Hopefully we can resign him after this year. That means he, did well enough. But we'll have to see what happens. He brings, some, needed, attributes to our team. So that's all we got for you guys in this video. Make sure you check out our social medias. So that includes our Instagram, our Twitter, our TikTok. Make sure you check out our other channel, Casual
Links in the
Cinema.
descriptions.
Yep, links in the description. There's a lot of, good movies coming out soon, pretty soon this year. So we're gonna check those out and get them on Casual Cinema. And we're also gonna do some more flashback movie review Fridays for you guys. So, just stay tuned for that channel as well. And I think that's all we got for for this video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. And like and subscribe, and we're Bird Spray Sports, and we're out.
We're out.